Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you are in the world. I hope you're all doing well today. It's me, Cosmic Mango, and in today's video, I'll be going over some upgrades for the Commander Precon deck, Mind Flayers. To start off, just letting you know, we're definitely sticking with the face commander here. This good looking octopus man is amazing. His name is Captain Engathrod. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. The name isn't easy to pronounce, but my god, is he handsome. So, let's read what our commander does. So he costs 1 black, 1 blue, and 3 colorless mana. He is a horror pirate with the text, horrors you control have menace. Whenever a horror you control deals combat damage to a player, that player mills that many cards. At the beginning of your end step, choose target artifact or creature card in an opponent's graveyard that was there from their library this turn. Put it onto the battlefield under your control. Spicy stuff here, baby. This brain-eating space pirate is going to do some real damage. Like a real pirate, we are going to be stealing some juicy treasure from our enemies after milling their libraries and casting them for ourselves. He offers a very fun mechanic that we don't see too often. So yeah, let's get down into the fantastic upgrades. I hope you enjoy. So we're going to be starting off with the creatures. So yeah, let's get into the creatures now. Yes, we are going to be adding in some nice new horrors, but while having the horror typing is fantastic in this deck, we can add some extra creature types with strong effects that will really help us out and steamroll into a win. So yeah, there's going to be some horrors and some not horrors here. Right, first card, Thief of Sanity. Whenever Thief of Sanity deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of that player's library, exile 1 and face down, then put the rest into their graveyard. Yep, we're stealing stuff here. Hostage Taker, another fantastic card for stealing stuff from your opponents. 1 black, 1 blue, 2 colorless. When Hostage Taker enters the battlefield, exile another target creature or artifact until Hostage Taker leaves the battlefield. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as well as any mana of any mana type to cast that spell, which is always fun. Whenever you can cast things for any mana, it just makes things so much easier. You can take big creatures here, some real powerful combo pieces from your opponents. Yeah, all around good card. A lot of decks run Hostage Taker these days, and it's not too expensive as well. Ruin Crab, it's a creature. It's a crab. It has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 3 cards. To mill a card, a player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. Yeah, he's good. A little crab that whenever you put a land in, you're going to get some benefit. You're going to be able to steal some cool stuff. So yeah, combos really well with our commander. Shadow King, he's a creature, costs 1 blue, 3 colorless. It's a shapeshifter. It has flash. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player mills 3 cards. You may exile a creature card from among those cards milled this way. So you may exile a creature card from among the cards milled this way. It's very cool. I mean, in the beginning of your upkeep, each player is going to mill 3 cards. You can cast some of the stuff with your commander that turn if they mill a creature or an artifact. So that's really awesome. Next one is Wrexial, the Rising Deep. Costs 2 blue, 1 black, and 3 colorless. Whenever Wrexial, the Rising Deep, deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from that player's graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that card will be put into a graveyard this turn, exile it instead. So yeah, we're going to be doing pirate things here, taking things, casting them for ourselves, stealing from our opponents, always fun. Grey Slaad, costs 1 black, 2 colorless. He is a horror, so he's going to combo well with our commander. And then as long as there are 4 or more creature cards in your graveyard, Grey Slaad has Menace and Death Touch, which is always fun. Always fun. Menace is make it better to try and get through to your opponents, and Death Touch means you can actually block with it, and then also your opponents might not want to, block a Death Touch creature, especially if they've only got 1 really powerful creature on the board. Okay, now for the final creature on our list, the Big Daddy, Hullbreaker Horror. I feel like most of you probably know about this card now. It's been around for the last few months, and it's not the most popular card. I mean, I personally love it, but obviously I do hate playing against it. It's very strong. So Hullbreaker Horror costs 2 blue and 5 colorless. It has flash. Never forget, it has flash. It's always very good. Yep, 7 mana can be quite pricey, but what this card does is just nuts. I mean, this spell can't be countered. Whenever you cast a spell, choose up to 1 return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand, or return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Yeah, amazing. This card's amazing. You can really combo off with it and do all sorts of shenanigans. If you played against an Urza deck, I'm sure you know what this card can do. So yeah, that's the creatures down. Now let's move on to artifacts and enchantments. The first one on our list is Dalvi Embrace. It's 2 black mana. Target creature gains shadow until the end of turn, which means it can block or be blocked only by creatures with shadow. So effectively what you're doing here is you're making your creatures basically unblockable. You can get your horrors through more easily, you can combo off, you can do some cool stuff. Actually, this is the first time I've ever seen this card before. It's nice. I might actually pick one up. Very cool looking card. The next one is an artifact, which is Sans Delirium, which says for X and tap, target player puts the top X cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. So this is cool. I mean, you could pay late game, you could pay like 4 mana or something, tap it, and then target opponent will have to put, well, target player as well, you can even choose yourself. You can put top X cards of his or her library to his or her graveyard, and then you can use your commander's effect to hopefully steal something and play something really cool. Next one here is Commander's Fear. A lot of people know what this card does. Just recommend adding it to the deck because more mana rocks are always helpful. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander color identity. You can also sacrifice Commander's Fear, which will allow you to draw a card. It's beautiful, super helpful, trust me. Mana goes a long way, especially in Commander. Fellwar Stone, another mana rock. For tap, add 1 mana of any color that a land your opponent controls could produce, which is very good here because majority of players are playing blue or black in Commander, so you're guaranteed to get blue or black. It's also only cost 2 mana, this mana rock, so very popular card. I run this card in almost all my Commander decks, actually, even monocolor decks, to be honest, which is a really handy mana rock. Psychic Corrosion, which is an enchantment. Whenever you draw a card, each opponent mills 2 cards. Yeah, you know what this is going to do with our commander. It's just really, really good. Works really well with our commander. It has a terrifying power. It's very good. Commander text is nice on this card. Next one is Memory Erosion. Costs 1 colorless, 2 blue. And the effect of the card is whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player mills 2 cards. You see what we're doing here, we're making our opponents mill as much as possible because mill is going to really help us out. We want to be stealing as much stuff as we can, so let's let them mill as much as we can. The last one on our list is Court of Cunning. Costs 1 colorless, 2 blue. The effect of the card is when Court of Cunning enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. Bringing the monarch to the game is always fun, everybody. I honestly, trust me, monarch is awesome. I love monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, any number of target players each mills 2 cards. If you're the monarch, each of those players mills 10 cards instead. It's amazing. This goes so good with our commander. Definitely pick this up for this deck. It's a brilliant upgrade. Honestly, very good card. So, on to the next section, which is instants and sorceries. Number 1, Fort Scour. Costs 1 blue. Target player mills 2 cards. Draw a card. Super simple. You know what we're going to be doing with this. Play it early game, people mill some stuff, or play it late game and hopefully they mill something super cool for just 1 blue mana, and then you can use your commander to hopefully play it this turn. Very nice card. Vampiric Tutor. Costs 1 black mana. Is an instant spell. I'm sure you all know what this bad boy does. Search your library for a card, then shuffle that card. No, sorry. Search library for a card, then shuffle and put that card on top. You lose 2 life. Trust me, losing 2 life here is not bad at all. We're playing commander. We have 40 life at the beginning. 2 life for any card. For any card is an easy trade-off. The next card is Mind Grind. Costs X and 1 blue and 1 black. Each opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal X land cards. Then puts all cards revealed this way into their graveyard. X can't be 0. Yeah, you know what we're doing here. Milling, 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 stealing, stealing, stealing. We continue the pattern. Last one, a really, really cool removal card. Infernal Grasps. Cost 1 black and 1 colorless. Instant, destroy target creature. You lose 2 life. Again, the life here, easy trade-off. 2 life is nothing in commander. This actually become one of my most favorite removals in the game right now. It's so good. It's never really let me down. Whenever this is in my hand, I'm always happy. You know, it's one of those cards I just like to see. The last section is obviously lands. I feel like this bit is up to you. Whatever nice lands you have laying around the house that can produce blue or black, throw them in. For example, Water Grave is a must-have here if you do have one. Of course, you can run your deck without expensive lands, but they do help. So pick up as many of those as you can. The more the better, I suppose. But if you don't have them laying around the house, don't worry too much. You can still run this deck with the lands that come with the deck. I hope you enjoyed this video and found the upgrades to be helpful. I hope you go out there and win many games of our sexy space pirate. Thanks for watching, take care, and goodbye.